We're parked up just here, and this is our view.
We're Tanya and Adam. Over the last 2.5 years of full-time van life, our little old rusty van 𝗧𝗛𝗏 has taken us to some amazing places around Europe. But there is something unique about living in a 4x4 in a tropical country. This is the third and final episode of our Costa Rica series. Join us as we explore some of the country's hidden gems and make the most of having an off-road home by finding one of the best wild camping spots we've ever stayed at. Subscribe to follow along on our travels, and if you enjoy our films, make sure to give us a thumbs up to help other like-minded people discover us. To begin our trip, we drove from San Jose to the northwest of Costa Rica and found a lovely little camping spot near Ricón de la Vieja. We were hoping the clouds would clear up by morning so we could hike up to the volcano, which is accessible with a guide. Good morning. So I woke up feeling quite refreshed because I ended up sleeping for like 10 hours and I was just out like a light. And then this morning I woke up early to tidy the van and try to get some order in here. So basically we're using this section to put all of our bags and our clothes, and then at the back has like all of our kitchen stuff. But yeah, the weather is not looking, it's looking a little bit promising. We've got some blue skies over here and no visibility over there, so we'll have to see. And Adam is still upstairs. He's still...
Good morning.
Good morning.
It was raining this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yay!
Yeah, you can't see the volcano at all. It's actually really nice. It's really nice in here when it's raining, and you could hear all the monkeys this morning.
Despite the weather, we headed off in the direction of the volcano. Remarkably, as we got closer to the park, the sun came out. Unfortunately, the volcano was still in the clouds, so there were no tours available. Instead, we did the Pailas loop, a small 3-kilometer walk around the bubbling mud pots and steaming fumaroles.
That's what we could have seen.
We hoped to go on an epic walk in the sun up to see a volcano, but this volcano, there's no visibility, so we can't go and see that one. The other one has been closed since 2011 because it's erupting. And yeah, now we're here in the rain huddled under a tree instead.
We're just going to embrace it.
Just going to embrace it. This walk is 3-kilometer little loop. It's $17.
Yeah, it's
So
expensive,
it's
per person.
expensive, $17 per person.
But we're here because we were saying, like, when are we going to be here the next time?
Exactly.
And also, it means that we can let you know if we think it's worth it.
If we think it's worth it. The rain has subsided. We are very wet, but we are warm again now.
The last Pailas loop was not like other parts of Costa Rica we'd seen. The geothermal energy we could feel all around us was reminiscent of Iceland. The rainforest was steaming and the ground was bubbling.
You can really hear it. It's so loud. So Tanya asked the guy at the gate whether we could swim in this, and his answer was, you die.
Well, at the time, they just said like mud pots, so I was thinking about like Iceland when there was a hot pot and you could bathe in
Yeah, and whether it was something like where you put mud on your skin, because I think there's something like that around here, but this one I think is a little bit too hot, maybe.
The path took us from a more barren landscape into the fresh jungle, and suddenly the place felt alive. This is why we love Costa Rica. We could just be walking here and spot an animal that we've never seen before, like a giant toad. Oh, he's moving. He has skinny legs and a fat body.
Oh my god, yeah, look at this. God.
3 kilometers later, and wow.
I think we can say that that is worth it.
Yeah, that was really worth it. You get to see so much in such a short space of time.
Yeah, at $17 we were a bit apprehensive, but once you get in there and if you can spend your time here, it was amazing. I would say it's not something to come to Costa Rica for unless you're particularly interested in this kind of thing, because obviously the beaches and the jungle, that was pretty jungly.
Yeah, that was pretty jungly.
And we saw lots of animals.
But yeah, if you're really interested in like volcanoes and that type of activity.
Yeah, the thermal energy and everything.
It's really cool. And also we saw so many little animals. We saw toad, we saw peacocks, we saw those little rat thingies.
No, not rat thingies, guinea pig thingies.
Guinea pig thingies.
Like giant guinea pigs.
They're
Anyway,
so cute.
They were amazing. So yeah, now we're gonna head back to the van. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to set up the rooftop tent in the dark, which is never ideal because that's a bit of a faff, but that's part of it, isn't it? That's part of the adventure.
We drove to 𝗏𝗏𝗏 Adventures, a remote and basic campsite sat on the edge of the jungle. We set up our tent and, refreshingly, with no phone signal, we sat by the fire before getting an early night. What happened last night?
Well, last night we got woken up in the middle of the night by what we think was a monkey climbing on the tent, because where we're parked, we're right up against the tree. The tree's actually touching the tent a bit. And yeah, there was something there just jumping around up on, actually, I don't know, where it was here, wasn't it?
It was here.
Yeah.
And then it jumped onto the bonnet of the car as well. And like, there's no way that if it had been a bird, that it would just be like hopping.
Off. I think like a squirrely thing or a monkey, but probably most likely a monkey.
I know, it was so fun.
It was mad.
But I couldn't get back to sleep for a while because I was like, what if the monkey comes back?
Comes back and attacks us.
I also haven't told you that I just noticed that one of your flip-flops downstairs is missing.
Really?
I think
what flip-flops are missing?
I think the monkey took it.
Oh, for God's sake. That's really annoying.
There's only one flip-flop down there.
So a monkey stole my flip-flop in the middle of the night then?
Up bright and early we had breakfast, rice and beans, before getting ready to trek to some waterfalls. Are you ready for an adventure?
I am ready for an adventure.
But tell everyone what just happened.
We were just locking up the one last time before we left, and the key has done that. He is snapped in two.
Because Adam is so strong.
No, you did it.
Oh yeah, because I'm so strong.
So therefore we are locked out of the van with a broken key, which is a shame really. So we're going to hope that Nomad America are able to deliver us a new key. In the meanwhile, we're going to go carry on adventuring and see the waterfall. Thankfully, Alvaro was friends with the guys at Nomad America. The man of the hour, Alvaro. He's going to go and he's going to try to save the day and make us a copy of the car key. Absolute hero. So after a bit of a delayed start this morning, we are off, we are on our way. We went hiking through the jungle with our lovely guide 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to a secluded waterfall. We crossed rivers, went through caves, up ladders. Adam has a fear of heights, but he can manage. I managed this ladder with 4 steps. And eventually we had to swim. It's time for us to swim now. We've got to put everything into our dry bag, and there's no more wading. It's full on swimming, which is why we've got these life jackets on, in case everyone was wondering. Yeah, and I think the dogs are coming for a swim with us. The dogs are coming for a swim. They're over there chasing a bird or something at the moment. Once everything was safely packed away, we began to wade. We pulled ourselves along a rope through the canyon and into a cave. We made it, guys, and it's so worth it. Look how amazing this is. After a quick swim, we ventured on towards the second waterfall. On the way, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 showed us 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 volcanic mud, a clay often used by indigenous people as face and body colouring. amazing day. This is our second waterfall, guys, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's such a lovely walk. I love the mixture of like wading through the water, going up the ladders. It's really nice. It just feels like really good fun. It's not hard, it's just adventurous and really fun. And look at the beautiful spots that we're going to discover. Absolutely amazing. And I hope you can hear me over the ridiculously loud waterfall behind me.
By the time we got back, a new key was waiting for us.
There we go. That is one together key.
Okay, let's go for it. Yay! Relieved, we packed up and got straight on the road and headed to the coast. It was a beautiful afternoon for a drive, and the sat-nav decided to take us the scenic route.
4x4 driving is so much fun. It makes these kinds of roads like enjoyable rather than a complete nightmare. Because if we were here in 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏, I would not be enjoying this at all because I'd be constantly worried and we'd be shaking around even more than this, a lot more than this.
So after doing our first ever river crossing, as soon as we were done, Adam's like, oh, I really want a four-wheel drive. Don't tell 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏. Wild camping is one of our favourite aspects of van life, and after over 2 years of living in a van, we've slept at some beautiful spots. We've parked up on mountains, by beaches, and at some very unique places. However, 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏 is old and rusty, and we're limited to staying on or close to very well paved roads. Having an off-roading home takes the flexibility of wild camping to the next level. The thought of being able to access the hidden spots down higgledy-piggledy roads, over water and across terrain that we wouldn't even consider in 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏 is very exciting indeed.
Guys, let us know if you've got any recommendations on any kind of van that ticks all those boxes, that's got like a really good, like could be turned into a really good conversion, but is a really good 4x4. Let us know because we are seriously considering it and we're going to be looking into it.
Yeah, absolutely. 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏 is not going to be around forever. She is old and she is rusty.
Yeah, and we'll miss her and she'll be parked up stationary somewhere. Don't worry, we're not going to get rid of 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏.
Yeah.
She'll be an Airbnb somewhere.
Yeah, so let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, and also let us know down in the comments if you'd book 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏 as an Airbnb in a field somewhere.
Right, so the sun has set, it is dusk, and we really are chasing the light, and we decided that we're going to risk it for a biscuit and hope that the beach that we drive to feels safe and secure for us to park. If not, there is a campsite that's half an hour drive from here. Check out this spot!
Worth the risk, I think.
Oh, yes.
And we feel really safe because there's other people who have turned up just behind us who are also camping here. So happy days.
Yay, okay.
And we save money and we get to park here.
We pulled up in time for the last of the day's light and set up our rooftop tent. Halfway through our dinner, our neighbours spotted some turtles hatching on the sand. We didn't stay for long so as not to disturb them, but it was an amazing thing to witness.
So guys, we are not coffee experts and we do enjoy coffee, but we wouldn't consider ourselves experts at all. However, we are going to make coffee the traditional Costa Rican way because we've got this little contraption here and that is how we're going to make some coffee. And why not? We're in Costa Rica.
Traditional Costa Rican coffee is made using a chorreador and a bolsita, aka a coffee sack. Hot water is slowly poured onto ground coffee as it filters through and drips into the cup below. Coffee is often seen as a morning ritual, and the Costa Rican way of brewing a cup is particularly simple and mindful. We had our coffee and our papaya for breakfast as we sat under the shade of the trees. Then, as I was taking a shower, we spotted something moving in the trees.
More monkeys! There's 4 of them now!
Only in Costa Rica.
It's definitely not every day that my shower gets interrupted because of monkeys in a tree right in front of me.
I just want to take a moment to acknowledge how incredible this park up has been. We are parked up just over here under these trees. We pretty much have this entire beach to ourselves. Last night we saw turtles hatching. This morning monkeys were in the tree whilst we were having our shower. Also last night there was this luminous algae glowing in the sea as the waves were breaking. And it's just the dream. The water is incredible, the sand is incredible, the weather's incredible. It's just an absolutely incredible park up.
However incredible the park up, there is no escaping the chores.
We'll have to do the washing up in the sea.
But if you're going to do the washing up, there are certainly worse places to do it.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed.
As you can imagine, since Adam and I have been here in Costa Rica, spending so much time in the sun and by the sea, we are absolutely convinced that we need to spend more time in these tropical vibes. And yeah, just wondering, where do you guys think we should go? Where would you recommend? Leave it down in the comments below because we need some inspiration.
As much as we loved the beach, we were running low on power and food, so we made our way to a nearby campsite, dodging the wildlife as we went.
I think that was probably my favourite wild camping spot that we've ever done.
We used the campsite to charge up and freshen up before getting back on the dusty, bumpy roads.
Adam and I had big plans to do a big massive drive for like 3 or 4 hours and explore more of the southern peninsula here in Costa Rica, and we just decided that because we really have fallen in love with this beach that we've spent some time at, we just wanted to hang out there and just enjoy the sea and enjoy our last few days just relaxing. And I think this is one of the things that we both really agree on, is the fact that when you live in a van and when you travel this way, you have the flexibility to choose. If you fall in love with a certain place, you can decide to stay there because we're not tied to an Airbnb booking or anything like that. Exactly. So
I just wanted to show you this, just in case you need any more convincing about why we decided to come back to this beach. We're parked up just here, and this is our view.
And if you needed any more convincing, the monkeys came back.
They're not just passing through this time, they are hanging out in the trees all around us here. And we've counted about 20 of them, and they're just chilling out. I don't know if you can see them there behind us.
and that's the ones I could count because some of them have the little babies are attached to the moms,
yeah.
so you can't really see them. They're a bit camouflaged. Oh, they're so cute.
It's so much fun to see them in the wild.
If you've seen our first 2 Costa Rica films, you'll know that we visited a lot of national parks while touring this incredibly green country. In fact, more than 25% of this land is either a national park or a protected area. Each of the parks have been strikingly beautiful in their own right, but something that ties them all together is the wildlife. Costa Rica is home to over 500,000 species, and to be able to see a handful of them in their natural habitat is a magical experience. If you love wildlife, you'll love Costa Rica. Adam managed to do something we had wanted to do all trip. We made use of the supplied machete and opened a fresh coconut.
Be careful, don't let the water come out.
Oh, it's so sweet. It's absolutely perfect. So guys, this is before and this is the after. It's like half the size. You really have to chop away at half of the coconut to get to the actual nut bit inside. That is it, guys, for our Costa Rica trip. It has been an absolute journey. It's been amazing. We have seen so much wildlife, so many beautiful places, and yeah, it's gone straight up there to near the top of our list and like places we've ever been. At least for me, it's one of the best places.
Absolutely, hands down. Like all the nature, you just cannot compare it.
Unbelievable. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Also, please give this film a thumbs up because it helps us out so much and it will help other people find it. We have got some very exciting plans coming up and we're going to finalize them. So make sure you are subscribed and follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates because that's where we'll reveal our next trip first.
And of course, a special thank you to our Patreons for your continued monthly support, which helps us greatly in funding our films.